Hi everyone, welcome to Blue Heron Hill. I'm Sue and I'm out in the garden again. Who said that it was fall? It is 80 degrees today and I am out in the garden and just wishing for a fall day. Anyway, what I'm doing here today is planting garlic. Let me show you. Here I have some of my garlic that I harvested this summer. Had a great crop. I had some really beautiful heads of garlic. I did this year decide to do something different in planting garlic. In the past, I have hardneck garlic, and you can tell, see, that neck of the garlic is hard. It does not bend. And a bonus to hardneck varieties is that it gives you scapes. And I love them to cook with, and they're very good. But I don't know what kind these are. For years and years, I have been using my bulbs from my harvest in the summer to plant again in the fall. I take the largest bulbs. This is a very large head. It has 5 cloves in it. Some of these have, like this one, have 4 cloves. They're rather large, you can see. So you want to use a very large clove, the best one that you have, the biggest one that you have. That will help you get a very large head next year. So, but there's also other varieties, and those are soft neck garlic. And it's been a while, I would say maybe 8 years since I've planted any soft neck garlic. So I decided that this year I'm cutting back on my garlic, number one. I had 120 heads of garlic. You don't need that much garlic. I'm still using dried garlic from the preceding year. When my garlic starts to bolt or send up green slips in February-ish, I take that and I slice it up and I dry it, and then I'll use it throughout the year and powder it. Had to reposition the camera because of the sun. But as I was saying, there's another variety or another type of garlic, and that's a soft neck garlic. And I have not planted soft neck garlic in a very long time. I prefer the hard neck because you get the scapes. But a benefit of a soft neck garlic is that they say it stores longer. And I thought I'd go back to doing soft neck garlic and maybe being able to do, the fancy braiding and stuff of garlic. So this is the variety that I bought, early Italian, and I bought 4 bulbs. Okay, very pretty white garlic. 5, 6 heads. It looks like about 6 heads. About 6 cloves in each head. So that gives me about 24 plants. It's a good start. If I like this, if I like the flavor, I will save these and save a few of those bulbs, another 4, 6 bulbs, and plant soft necks again next year, along with my hard necks. But anyway, I had a lot of garlic last year, or this past summer's harvest. And of course, I will give a lot of it away, and I will probably have to dry some on in the early months of next year. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted on that. But this is a video about planting garlic. There's not too much to planting garlic. If you haven't already, and most of the online stores have sold out of their heads of garlic already, their seed garlic like this, you can use the stuff from the grocery store. There's really No shame in doing that. But, so I'm going to crack these all open. Look at that lovely clove of garlic. Now that's a beauty. So go get yourself some garlic. Stick it in anywhere. Put it in your flower beds because it'll do just fine. But this is the time of year to do it so the roots start to grow and get established. The sprouts may start coming out if you have a long, prolonged period of warm weather and it does sprout. Don't worry about that. Your plant will live on through the winter. Won't do any growing, but come springtime, it feels the temperature of the soil and it will start sprouting, and away it goes and pushing on till that July harvest that you're going to have. So the way to plant it, this would be the root side, the big rounded end of the clove. This is the sprout side. So this is going to go up because it wants the sun, and the roots want to go down because it wants to take up moisture. So all you need to do is plant it about 4 inches deep, and probably about, I've heard 4 to 6 inches apart. Mine range in the neighborhood of about 6, and then I plant them, the rows, about 8 inches apart. And after I plant, I heavily mulch. I give them a very deep mulching layer of, this year I will use straw. So that's just to give them a little bit of a cushion. It keeps any weeds from sprouting up this time of year because we have gorgeous weather. The weeds are still growing. The plants, maybe not so much, but the weeds are growing. So that's all you do. Very, very easy. I have a row, let's see. I'm planting 2 rows, and I've moved them this year. They were in my annex area for the last 2 years. I moved their beds every single year. I've amended the soil with some compost and some fertilizer that has a little bit more of that middle number, the phosphorus in it, to help the root system. Let me show you. Okay, here are my 2 parallel rows. You can see them. They're mapped out with drip irrigation. So my garlic is going to get drip irrigation next year. It didn't before, and so this is new for my garlic. Okay, so easy. I have this dibbler here, which seems to work nicely. If not, if your soil is very firm, or if your soil is very fluffy, you should be able to push these right in. So that's going to go down about 4 inches, and then you just cover up. Here I have the soft neck variety. Now some of these are rather small, so I probably will leave those out and just stick with some of the larger ones here. Now these are, let me show you the difference here in how they grow. And I don't know if this is true for every hardneck variety. The hardnecks seem to all grow around this center stem like this. These soft necks seem to go around that center, but they also have like rows of them nestled in there. So not just all around the outside. But I'm just going to take these larger ones and leave some of these small ones in for my cooking and do a little taste test to see if I like the flavor of this variety. Now, even if it was a small one, you are going to get a head of garlic out of that small one. But I want to stick to the larger ones so I know I have a good chance of getting a nice large bulb. If you see this, I use the neck of the hard neck variety as a row marker. I have a garden helper today. This is Mary. She's one of our littles. Her birthday is June 4th this year. Yes. She's not supposed to be here. But there's not much left. Oh, picking some of the sweet clover. Here are my 3 rows of garlic. I was only going to plant 2, and this is probably a 12-foot bed, maybe. This row is the hard neck, and this row is the soft neck, and I planted 1 more row of the hard neck. So we'll come back and revisit this. I do expect to have some sprouts showing. I think I'm not going to cover it until either it gets close to freezing temperatures or I do see some sprouts starting to come up. Here's a chart of the characteristics of each of the 2 types of garlic. You can pause the video to fully read the differences, and you can decide which type would be best for you and your garden. That's the quick and easy Garlic 101 planting. So go ahead, find you some spots and plant your garlic now before the temperatures get too cold and those little cloves can have a chance to start developing their roots, and they'll just park out there all winter long, and then in the spring you'll see those green shoots start popping up, and it's one less thing you have to worry about next year's garden. Thanks for following along on this video. I have some other garlic planting videos if you want a little bit more in-depth information, and I will post a link up there in the upper corner. So until the next time that we can go digging in the dirt, happy gardening. Bye.